Welcome back. Now, if you happen to live in India's most populous state, that is Uttar Pradesh, and are a social media influencer who's regularly posting content about state government's policies, then you must know about the key features of Yogi Adityanath government's new social media policy. This policy is called UP Digital Media Policy 2024, and it has made it amply clear that now punishment and legal action will follow for online posts which are apattijanak, abhadra, Ashleel and Rashtra Virodi, which loosely translated would mean strict action can be expected if the content posted online by these influencers and firms who are on the state's payrolls is objectionable, vulgar, indecent and anti-national. There are many other aspects of this new policy, but the last line mentioned in the official press note on the new policy has raised the hackles in the opposition. They are calling this policy dictatorial and one that is an attempt to crack down on dissent. Now let's tell you about the key highlights of this new social media policy. For the details and nuances, it's over to you, Meghna.
Well, absolutely. In fact, let me take you through. And remember, just to add the rider before we take you through the policy, this is limited to those social media influencers who are on the state's payroll. This is what they must now abide by if it gets passed. The first highlight is that there will be punishment for posting anti-national content. What does that really mean? Well, we'll have to wait and see. The second highlight is that there is going to be legal action for indecent and vulgar posts being made by any social media influencer. Also, it's specified payment limits for digital influencers, which are now going to be part of this act as proposed. Also, for ex-influencers, there's going to be a maximum monthly payment limit, which is that of 5 lakh rupees and no more. This is just some of the highlights which are coming in. One of them is for FB influencers, for Facebook influencers, the maximum monthly payment is limited to 4 lakh rupees per annum. And that is the one which is for Insta influencers. The maximum monthly payment is going to be 3 lakh rupees for anyone in the month. So these are the kind of highlights which are now coming in. For YouTube influencers, it is going to be an 8 lakh per month limit which has been set in the new social media policy.
All right. Thank you, Meghna, for running us through those details. So there is also a pay scale that has been put in place depending on who the government is collaborating with and the platform where they are promoting the state government's policies. The leader of the Congress, however, say that the new digital policy of UP government is an attempt to put a ban on freedom of expression and ensure a state-monitored chokehold on social media content. Some leaders like Pawan Khera are reminding the UP government that INDIA bloc had forced the centre to take back its broadcast bill, the first draft of it at least, because it had a similar overtones. They are asking, will people now start facing action for speaking out against the BJP and its government?
The India Alliance pressurized the government to withdraw the broadcast bill, which had a similar kind of tone to it. But the BJP government in Uttar Pradesh has gone ahead with it. The cabinet has approved it. We want to know what is derogatory. If we speak against the BJP government or against any BJP leader, is that derogatory? Is that anti-national? So please define all these categories. And why should the messenger be shot has always been our concern.
That this policy is also going to make an impact for that level, sir.
We all know that media has got controlled in Uttar Pradesh, and Uttar Pradesh media has been controlled by BJP, and Mr. Yogi is able to do that through using all other, weaponizing the officials and others. Media has become one-sided. Now social media, which reports the real issues of people, now they want to control that also. This is against the press freedom itself, and we should always be against these kind of attempts by any government. It may be any India Alliance or in the BJP governments. These kind of steps is dangerous for the society and dangerous for the freedom of press itself.
Now, for Congress, this might be a dictatorship bid, but the BJP is staunchly defending this. They say this is just going to create more awareness about state government's policies amongst the people of the state. It is going to promote good work being done by the state as well. However, the opposition parties, both the Congress and the Samajwadi Party, do not agree.
ट्रोलर्स की बड़ी आर्मी है भारतीय जनता पार्टी के पास। नंबर 1 उनको नौकरी देने का काम है। जो भाजपा कार्यकर्ता जो ट्रोलिंग का काम करते हैं उनको रोजगार देने का काम। शिक्षकों को आप रोजगार नहीं देंगे पुलिस फोर्स में आप रोजगार नहीं देंगे, आप अनुदेशक को आप नहीं देंगे, लेकिन आपको जो भाजपाई ट्रोलर हैं उनको आप नौकरी देने का काम करने जा रहे हैं।
उत्तर प्रदेश की सरकार नवाचारों के साथ चलती है। जिस तरह का समाज में परिवर्तन हो रहा है उसको ध्यान रखती है। उत्तर प्रदेश में सोशल मीडिया को लेकर के एक न्यू मीडिया पॉलिसी लेकर के हम आए हैं। न्यू मीडिया पॉलिसी में जो कुछ भी अच्छा कर रहे हैं, निश्चित तौर पर सरकार उनको विज्ञापन देकर के रोजगार के नए अवसर सृजित करने का काम करेगी। और वहीं सोशल मीडिया के माध्यम से जो अफवाह तंत्र बनाना चाहते हैं, जो सांप्रदायिक सद्भाव बिगाड़ना चाहते हैं, कानून व्यवस्था के लिए खतरा उत्पन्न करना चाहते हैं, उनके खिलाफ कठोर कानूनी प्रावधान भी रखे गए हैं। उत्तर प्रदेश की सोशल मीडिया की पॉलिसी देश भर के लिए एक नजीर स्थापित करने वाली पॉलिसी है।
ये सरकार भाजपा की चाहे केंद्र में हो चाहे प्रदेश में हो, ये अभिव्यक्ति की स्वतंत्रता के विरुद्ध है। कोई अगर ऐसा कार्य करे जो कानूनन अपराध है तो उस पर तो आप कार्रवाई कर सकते हैं, लेकिन जिस तरीके से इसका दुरुपयोग किया जा रहा है, अभिव्यक्ति पे रोक लगाई जा रही है, पीड़ा पर रोक लगाई जा रही है, जो समस्याएं हैं उसको अभिव्यक्ति न हो सके ये प्रयास किया जा रहा है, मैं इसकी निंदा करता हूं।
Adeep now joins us for more details on this. Adeep, first some clarifications. How does this social media policy work? Does it apply to everyone who is a social media influencer when it comes to punishment for the content that this objects to, the abhadra, ashleel and rashtravirodhi content, or is it only for those influencers who are going to collaborate with the state government and get the payments that are being given?
Well, Priya, see, there are two aspects in the notification that has been issued by the Uttar Pradesh government. First is that they are going to collaborate with the influencers and they are going to hire the firms and agencies. Those firms and agencies will be responsible for to promote the content of the Uttar Pradesh government, to promote the schemes of the state government. And second, that they will be taking action against those whoever those who are posting on social media. If they are posting any activities which comes under the international activities, or it's obscene or vulgar act, then the state government will be taking action. But if you are to believe the notification that is being issued by the state government, it clearly says that those agencies and firms that have been asked by the state government, and that the tender that to those agencies the tender has been given, those agencies will be punished if they are posting any comment or any post that is anti-national. So clearly the punishment will be just to those agencies, those influencers and those firms with which Uttar Pradesh government has done a collaboration. Meanwhile, we have both the India bloc parties, which includes Congress party and Samajwadi party. They are criticizing the move of the BJP government. They are saying that BJP is trying to silence the voice of the people. Social media is a platform where people can raise their voice, where they can speak clearly against the government freely. But the BJP is trying to suppress the voices, whether it be Samajwadi party or Congress party. Both are saying that it's a move by the BJP to suppress the voice. Samajwadi party is also saying that BJP wants to hire their troll army and they want to give them a job. That is why they have come up with a policy like this, and they will be giving jobs. They will be collaborating with those influencers who works on the ideology of BJP. Priya.
All right, is it incentivizing awareness or incentivizing trolls, quote unquote, as the opposition is saying, is just one of the many questions that the opposition is asking. My colleague Meghna now joins us for several other unanswered questions that this press note has led to. It's over to you, Meghna.
Absolutely. In fact, Priya, we just heard a lot of the opposition parties raise questions. So these are the unanswered questions that the Yogi Sarkar must now answer. The zero tolerance policy approach, why has that been left ambiguous? When you say zero tolerance, what does it really entail? Of course, the opposition is asking, does it also mean perhaps bulldozer justice? We don't know because it's still ambiguous. Also, why doesn't the policy clearly define what is vulgarity? Who gets to to decide whether a certain content is vulgar or whether it is not. It is subjective. It is not an objective kind of question. Also, the policy doesn't clearly define what is indecent. Indecent as to who gets to define the word indecent. That too has been left unclear in this entire draft. Also, what qualifies as anti-national, something which could have massive ramifications as well. What is anti-national, what is seditious, will be decided by whom is going to be one of the questions that has been left unanswered. Also, is this law which is being pushed through, is it promoting awareness or is it going to penalize free speech? These are the kind of questions which are yet to be clarified by the Yogi Sarkar.
All right, and Times Now will be your first stop to get those answers. Thank you, Meghna, for joining us. Time for us to take a quick break.